How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffled Rowlets, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Now, as you may notice, I had to go back to using my face cam for a little bit because my actual DSLR camera has had its battery run out, so I've been unable to use it for this video, but I thought it'd be a quick video, so I'd be able to just, quickly just make this with my webcam as per usual. I'm also using my light here to hopefully make the quality slightly better than usual. So, either way, guys, let's get started with the first thing we have to talk about today, which is the main point of this video, which is that there potentially could be hints, okay, in Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, through trailers that have been seen by people that show the next region, or what the next region in Pokemon is going to be based on, which I think is a very interesting prospect. In all honesty, it would be amazing if this was true. So we'll have a look here and see what we, think and what it looks like, and if it could be, if it could make sense. So let's start with that. So what you see right here on the screen is that somebody actually found a image on the internet that, somebody found an image in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, in one of the trailers. I'm not sure which one of them specifically, but somebody found an image on the wall inside of this house where this old man lives. And as you're talking to him, it's whatever, right? But he has a calendar on his wall, and on that calendar there is like an island. There's a region, clearly. You can see it from that image right there. I mean, I can see if I can open this image like any further, but I'll do a little bit of zooming in here. So you can see right there. You see what it is. It's right there. Boom. Now, what people noticed, the person who posted this on 4chan, what they noticed was that it looks very similar. Now, of course, it's slightly different, but it looks very similar to the whole of the, the UK. The whole of the UK, in one. That's what it looks like. Now, I will be honest, it really looks very similar. Now, of course, you do have, Ireland there as well, but, when you include them all together, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, the whole of the UK is there. Just the different kingdoms, combined, or different, countries combined into one, and, of course, Ireland, and Northern Ireland, and then Scotland, Wales, England, etc. It's all there, essentially, and it looks identical in my eyes. Like, when I look at this little tiny image right here, it looks so similar, and it wouldn't be surprising. Now, a lot of people have been speculating, and the reason why some people may not believe that this could be even close to potentially real is because, oh, why would they make a region about the UK? Why would they make another island region? Because this is Game Freak, and they do whatever they want. Now, some people are thinking that this wouldn't be possible due to the fact that they're going to be making, people think they're going to be making a Spanish region or a Spanish region or a Chinese region for the next Pokemon game, the Generation 8 games. But who knows? Actually, there is a small possibility, or even a big possibility maybe, that it could be that we get ourselves a region based on the UK. And I think that would be awesome. In all honesty, I think it would be great. Now, I did a video specifically counting down, top 10 countries that I think would be great, or, parts of the world that would be great for the next Pokemon generation. For anybody who watched that, you know that I did include the UK and, England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, etc. I include all of them, together. I was like, this is, a great part of the world to actually make a region out of, because there are so many unique, parts of history there. And I think the UK would be perfect, because there are so many kingdoms, so many different kings and queens, and, so many different, parts of that place that have, been ruled by different, kingdoms and stuff. And it's or not kingdoms, I guess, but different kings and queens and whatnot. And there is a lot of history there. There's so much history. And I think if they take that, and they utilize that history really well, which we know Game Freak can do. Game Freak can utilize history very well and can make some interesting stories. They've done it in the past, so I wouldn't be surprised if they can pull it off again, or do it now. It would be awesome if they could. And I think this is where it could work. If they could actually pull off a region where the history, it's the whole region is brimming with this feeling of this is really brimming of history. And also keep in mind, we have gotten rumors, for example, the Pokemon Plus and Minus rumor specifically said that there was going to be a kind of and again, we don't know if the Pokemon Plus and Minus rumor is even real yet, but it did say a lot of things that ended up happening, actually. And here's the thing with the Plus and Minus rumor. It specifically mentions tradition versus innovation. Basically that, the traditional historical aspects are clashing, the old tradition is clashing with innovation and, the want to strive further and, into the future rather than, staying in the past. Which I think would fit perfectly here in the, in this part, of the world, and using this, part of the world as a place to base the next region on, because there is so much history, but it's also a global power. I mean, geez, when you think about it, like England and the UK and whatnot, like it's a global power. I mean, of course they're smaller now. I mean, but they did colonize like half the world, so essentially they've had influence in literally every part of history. So in one sense, there is a lot there to like bring forth, a lot that I think, in all honesty, would really work well. Now, I did look into like some fan-made drawings here. For example, this image right here, which was drawn by Forrest Tillex on DeviantArt, which is like kind of like, making a little bit of a region and whatnot. And I think it'd be great. Like, imagine just being able to get like, to check out like London and whatnot, but like, it's a literal region. It's like rainy and foggy, and I mean, hey, trust me, I've seen the weather in the UK. It's very similar to Sweden. We mostly have rain. It's been really warm lately, but it's mostly rain. It's mostly foggy and stuff. That's literally what it's outside. It's blowing like so much right now. It's just raining like crazy. It's literally my life in a nutshell, so I know how it feels to live there, and I think it would be nice to see that translated over. There are, of course, also, if you go further up north in that part of the world, you also have, different freaking, you have a lot of grassy areas, mountainous areas, beautiful places that just, like, look incredible. I think, didn't they film, like, one of the the newest Star Wars movie, like the island scenes were filmed on an island up there in like the northern part of the UK. I mean, I could be wrong. Like I guess it's in Scotland then. I could be wrong, but as far as I remember, that's where it was filmed. And that shit is beautiful. It looks amazing. So I could only imagine what it would look like if they pulled it off here. Like, they could definitely make it so, like, some areas are mountainous with, like, snow and whatnot. Some areas are rainy with the constant rain and, like, old cities with, like, a lot of brimming history in them just, like, flowing out through the cities. And then other parts that are industrialized, growing in, population, advancing in technology, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot here that can be done, because this part of the world is super unique in my eyes, and I think you can actually make something really good out of it. There is so much in this like actual area that you can work with. So in all honesty, if this ends up being real, I'll be really amazed. Now, I want to bring something up, something really important here that I want you to understand, because it's really intricate to why I think this could be real. Now, you see this image right here. Well, here's the thing, right? People are saying, "Oh, it's whatever. It's just an image. It's not important. It doesn't matter. It's not like, why should it matter? It's just an image, on a freaking whatchamacallit, on a calendar in a character's house. Why should it matter to me? It's not important. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just like a random image." Here's the thing, right? This is the way that Game Freak hints at the next game they always make. If you look at Sun and Moon, and Ultra Sun and Moon specifically, there is this part in the game where you're inside of a house, and on the TV in the game, if you like look at it, there's basically like an image of a volcano, and they talk about a gym leader coming from... Also, it's raining so much outside, I can hear the rain as well. But they talk about like a gym leader coming from a distant region of Kanto to help them with, like, to help them out with their volcano issues or whatever, something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says, but basically, they were referencing, like, they were referencing to Blaine. They were referencing Blaine in specifically that part of the game. There's not just that. There's so many parts in Ultra Sun and Moon where there's these small things that you wouldn't think of. You wouldn't really give any shits about it. You wouldn't really care about it or think about it. But they are there as hints, because Game Freak loves hinting at stuff. They always hint to the next generation in a previous game. If you look at X and Y, okay? In X and Y, they hinted at Sun and Moon with the little tiki thing, the little tiki statue, right? That tiki statue was a direct hint at the next region being based on Hawaii, right? That's what it was. So I bet you that most likely there will be something else, some other, like, connection. If we're going to be getting Generation 8 being based on the UK, if that is actually real, that ends up happening, I guarantee you we're going to get another hint towards the UK, like maybe like a tiny little statue of like Big Ben or whatever, like if it's called Big Ben or Big Bang, I don't know, Big Ben, I assume, the big clock tower or whatever, or like the whole like the Paris wheel thing that they have. I don't know, again, I only know, like, face value about the UK that I've seen it only from friends that I talk about. I don't know about, like, super, like, big attractions and stuff. I just know history and stuff, mostly, that I'm interested in, and not really about cities and, all that stuff. But I know how they look like. So, it's besides the point. I don't know why I go in-depth on that stuff. Either way, it's besides the point. What I want to get across is that Game Freak always does these hints. It's not something that's just like brand new or, oh, they're not going to do it in this game because, you know, they wouldn't want to do it in this game because it's a remake. No. They always do it. They even do it in specifically remakes as well. I mean, I think in Oras, you actually had the Tiki Helm or whatever it's called. I think that's actually where you had it and not X and Y, unless I'm getting that wrong. I think it was actually in Oras. I may be wrong there, but again, there's no difference if it's a whatchamacallit, if it's a remake or a new generation, a new iteration, whatever it is, they usually hint always in the main series games. And guess what? Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, however much you want to deny it, it is a main series game. Are we happy about it? Maybe not. No, I would have preferred if it was a spin-off game. But hey, it is what it is, and we got to accept it that way. And it is now a main series game, and it's part of the main series franchise part of games. So we got to just accept that fact and just deal with it. So I want to just point that out because a lot of people will definitely 100% be like, you know, that makes no sense because this game is like it's a spin-off or whatever, so there's no way they could be hinting through it. But keep in mind, it now is officially a main series game, and we just have to accept the fact that it is that, and that this could be a hint towards the next generation. If it's going to be based on the UK, I want to know your opinions, guys. Would you want that? Would you be interested in seeing that? Do you think it would be good, bad? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Rumour. Have a great day, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.